First off, the way we usually kick off the NoteExpo event is we have a little welcome remarks from NoteSchool's founder and CEO, Eddie Speed, and then we have a special presentation, and then we get right into our keynote. I'm super excited about our keynote. For those of you that haven't seen the emails or whatever, our keynote speaker is Brian Nichols from Baker Tilly. That is a cybersecurity firm. We are going to kick off by talking about cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, in our mind, is probably, if not number one, very close to the number one risk you have as a business owner or as a real estate or note investor, okay? Just think about all the things that you have that you rely on, from your contact database to your QuickBooks to your bank accounts. If for some reason you haven't connected to your IRA company, your workflow management program, how you track all your loan deals, your workflow management. So all that is tied through, and if something happened to that and you lost that, where would you be? You're going to be astounded by some of the stories Brian's going to tell you and some of the data he's going to give you on the number of small businesses that are impacted every year by cyber attacks, and that many of them just can never recover from it, and they go out of business. So he's going to talk to us on the small business owner side, okay? So he'll cover some global stuff, but this isn't going to be about, how a large corporation handles it. We're going to drill it down to how it can affect you and some of the preventions you guys can take in order to keep that from happening to you. And I'm sure he'll probably mention, if for some reason something does happen to you, how to immediately handle that. And then he'll have his contact information for you guys to take care of. So, without any further ado, I want to introduce the founder and CEO of NoteSchool, Mr. Eddie Speed.
Well, good morning, everybody. We are glad you're here, and we feel like we have a lineup this week for NoteExpo as best as it's ever been, and I will think you will see that as it unveils. And so this is a very special time for us because every year we recognize somebody to win the Lifetime Note Industry Achievement Award. And when we started doing this a few years ago, our design was this. Our design in selecting a person was not necessarily to select a person that was the most famous in the industry. Many of our recipients were quiet giants. They just had done a lot of things for the industry. And there was a pattern of benevolence. There was a pattern of benevolence within the industry. There was a pattern of benevolence outside the industry. They held the industry's good name. And they were always, they just represented us well. And these were all people that had been in a long time. And so it was really special that we could do that. And so we really, really feel like just that person just exemplified what we wanted the industry to be. And obviously for a Lifetime Achievement Award, these were people that weren't in their 20s. And I'm not in my 20s anymore. And but really this was really something special that we wanted to do. And so I wanted to tell you a little bit about our recipients in the past. If you would look in the far left, that was Tom Reeves. Tom Reeves was from Columbia, South Carolina. I bought probably 5,000 notes from Tom and his son-in-law. And they later developed a servicing company. But Tom was a guy that I knew forever, and I always felt like Tom was just a steady guy. I never saw him lose control. I saw him have problems, but I've always seen him just a steady hand and a good representative of how to conduct yourself in the business. He had helped a lot of people in the business. And the far right, that's Scott Campbell. And Scott Campbell was from far south Texas. He's originated about 35,000 seller finance notes, predominantly on land, but not exclusively on land. And he has carried the flag for the Texas delegation as far as lobby efforts for many, many years, and has impacted a lot of things that really were reprieves that we've even seen on a national level. So they really have done a great job of that. Just an industry guy and just cared about the business and cared about people being able to do it well, and his impact on the political side was really, really important. On the far bottom left, that is Glen Lee. And Glen Lee and I have a long history together in the business. And he actually was my father-in-law's partner, but really just is a guy that over and over and over has impacted the business, and what an impact he's had, and what a benevolent guy he's been. And the far right is a guy named Manny Harris, and many people don't necessarily even know Manny. Manny had been in the business 50 years and really was just such a gentleman, smart. I always said Manny was one of the smartest note people I've ever seen. Just knew how to look through a deal and figure out whether it was good or bad, just really a granddad to the business. So this year, I'm going to have some help. I'm going to invite up Nathan Long, and he is going to talk about this year's recipient. So you guys, would you please welcome the CEO of Quest Trust, Mr. Nathan Long, please. Well, you had a short night, didn't you?
I did. Big party at our place last night. How you doing, Eddie?
So Nathan operated with about 4 hours sleep, by the way. You guys give him a hand. He's great. Give quite an effort to get here.
Hey.
How many did you have at your party last night?
About 700.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
a pretty
Quest
good
has
sized party. I left early whenever just the fun was just getting started, though, so I could be here with you
About
guys.
2 o'clock.
Yeah, no, it was a lot earlier than that. So.
All right, so I'm going to leave you with it. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your effort. I know it was particularly big this morning.
Man, I got to tell you, thank you guys. I really couldn't have a greater honor than to be picked to talk about the Lifetime Achievement Award and the person that's receiving it this year. I think that I was listening to Eddie just now. He kept saying the word benevolent. You know what I mean? Like, what does that really mean? But when I think of this person, I can think back over the years of all of the people who looked up to them and to their help. And when Eddie talks about being a deal architect, because that's what this is about. It's about learning how to be a deal architect and do things like that. I see so many people try to build a deal where it benefits them. Like they work that Rubik's Cube every which way, and but the real great ones, when they're deal architecting, build deals that work really well for everybody. And in order to do that, you have to put some effort into it. You have to think. You have to study. You have to look and tear apart deals and that's what this person did. See, I got kind of a cool job. I get to see all the good deals that people do and also all the bad deals people do. $600 million in notes funded in the last 12 months at Quest, and there was just some really ugly ones in there, but there were some really good ones. But this person, every time they'd call me, I got to be honest, sometimes I would cringe a little. Not because I didn't absolutely enjoy the conversation, I just knew it was going to be a conversation. You know what I mean? I was going to be getting out my books. I was going to be digging into some stuff. I was going to have to look up some stuff. And I would be like, why didn't Quincy take this call? Darn it. And over the years, the questions got more and more complicated. But I saw this person help more and more people. And I bet you there's a lot of people in this room that don't even know who I'm talking about. But then there's also a lot of people in this room who have been helped, who have had somebody to look up with, and who had a problem and called them. I know I've had a problem and been helped too, many, many times. So, with no further mystery, no further ado, I think I'm very proud to announce that this year's winner, and to me should have been the winner many years ago, Martha Speed. I wish you could see the face like I can. Yeah, you got to come up, Martha. She had no idea I was talking about her. I really did cringe when you'd call sometimes, Martha. I bet you didn't even have a speech ready, did you?
Nothing. Nothing, so I'm speechless.
Let's make sure you read that there for her.
NoteSchool. NoteSchool proudly recognizes Martha Speed for her high moral business standards. I can definitely attest to that. Visionary leadership, entrepreneurial spirit, and her lifetime commitment to the seller finance industry. I'm telling you guys, this award was well earned. She worked harder than most of you could ever imagine. Again, and well deserved. Thank you, Mark.
Get a picture real quick. Eddie.
Did you expect that?
No, I didn't expect any of this.
We got you.
It is a real surprise.
So
and I keep telling my husband, do not put me up on stage and don't tell me what's going on. I need to know in advance.
So every year in the past, the recipient has known. So here's our family, and this is Colt. Say hi, Colt. Your first time on stage. This is our daughter-in-law, Tessa. And this is my son, Wood. Wood was a fireman and worked all night and got here this morning. This is my son-in-law, Matt. And so, Martha, we have a couple of videos because a couple of yours aren't here. So we'll play those.
Hi, Mom. I hear you're being honored tonight. I can't tell you how proud I am of you for not only continuing your family business, but being an industry leader. I really wish I could be there with you guys to celebrate. I couldn't think of anyone more deserving for the Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations. I love you, Mom.
What's going on, NoteExpo? I'm Hudson Speed, Eddie and Martha Speed's youngest son. I'm making this video today because Mom has been awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations, Mom. I'm so proud of you. You often don't get recognition and you really do deserve it. Best mom in the world. Unfortunately, I can't be with you today because I'll be competing in the Louisiana Rodeo Association's finals in Shreveport, Louisiana. But I am very, very proud of you, and I'm sorry I couldn't be there today. So have fun at NoteExpo, and I'll see y'all next year.
So, Martha, we just, as a family, we all want to let you know how proud of we are and the legacy you've helped us all build.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. And, that's what it's all about to me. And I'm going to talk tomorrow about legacy, what my dad did for our family and what we're trying to do for our children and what we're trying to teach our children with this business. And, and that's what it's been about for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Great job there. That was awesome. Everybody at the office, we were like, she knows. No, she don't. Yes, she does. You think she knows? Oh, I think she, no, I'm positive. No, I don't think she does. Oh, how can she not know? I mean, she's married to Eddie. I mean, how could Eddie ever keep a secret, right? I mean, it's like, well, surely he told somebody that would leak it out or whatever, but it appears that it did a great job. So, Eddie, that was awesome. All right? I'm proud to be part of the organization, part of the family at Colonial and NoteSchool. And not only do the Speeds help with their family, but they help all of us, our employees. We have a company 401k. We're building our own legacy there, and they encourage us to be active in the note business as well. And obviously, they've had a big impact on a lot of you folks, a lot of you sponsors and vendors. Thank you guys for being in here to help us recognize Martha this morning. And well-deserved. And I guess Lifetime Achievement Award doesn't mean you stop, so you still go, carry it on. Don't retire on us anytime soon.